Evans Mabo moved to Albany from Atlanta and began working at Phoebe as a certified nursing assistant while he went to nursing school.
I owe this community a lot, which is why I took the position here, because I went to school here, they educated me, so I thought it would be a good idea to stay in the same community to give back to the community that gave me all the education.
Now, as one of the more experienced nurses in Phoebe's surgical intensive care unit, Evans serves as a mentor to younger nurses.
I've tried to inspire them to be bigger than themselves. You know, it's not just a job, it's more than a job. It makes a difference in people's lives.
One of those younger nurses is Christy Payne, who joined Phoebe almost 3 years ago.
I learned way more just in my first few weeks than I did through my whole nursing school career.
And Christy puts that knowledge into practice, always focused on providing excellent care.
I really just enjoy the feeling that I am doing something and making a difference. You really have that sense of fulfillment, like you did something worthwhile that day.
Evans and Christy were both honored with Daisy Awards for the outstanding care they provided Deborah Knight's mother.
I tell you what, she had some great nurses here.
Skippy Posey was a healer.
My mother was a retired nurse. She worked SICU and EC.
She was a dedicated and compassionate nurse for 30 years who ended up needing the type of nursing care she used to give following open heart surgery.
She had an episode where she couldn't breathe and she coded, and her doctor thinks she threw a blood clot and she ended up back here in the unit.
Here in Phoebe's SICU, Skippy's heart stopped 2 more times. Each time, the team revived her.
She had a hard time just coming back after coding 3 times. She just never seemed to get better.
Deborah says her mom got incredible care from the entire SICU team, but especially from Christy, who provided one-on-one care during the day, and Evans, who did so at night.
It was very intense for Christy, and she was just on it. And then Evans, Mambo was her night nurse, and he was amazing. My sister and I could go to the hospital and sleep knowing Evans was here, because just talking to him, you know he's got it covered.
Deborah's family nominated both nurses for Daisy Awards.
As I wrote my nomination, to choose one of them over the other would be like trying to decide which of my 3 children I loved most.
Despite the excellent care for which the family is so grateful, Skippy didn't pull through.
By Sunday, we ended up having to withdraw treatment, and we lost her.
But Deborah says Christy and Evans extended the family's precious time with Skippy. She was awake until nearly the very end as the family said goodbyes.
We had extra time because of their expertise, because of their knowledge.
In her passing, Skippy passed on her legacy to the 2 loving and dedicated nurses who cared so compassionately for her.
And she would have loved working with Christy and Evans. Their dedication for her, nursing was not a job, it was a commitment, it was a passion. She was dedicated to it. It was a career. She loved what she did. She would have loved working with them because of their commitment and their compassion for what they do.
And now Skippy's family shares an indelible bond with Christy and Evans.
I love them being there. They made me feel at ease. Just their faith in me and in what I was doing, and their trust in me made me feel better about everything.
One day, it can be your mom, it can be your dad laying in one of these beds. So when I provide care, I don't look at it like a patient. I look at it like, okay, this can be my dad, this can be my mom. So that's what drives the care that we provide here in the unit. And I hope we continue that same spirit and we'll make this place a better place.